So I want to thank everybody for being here this morning. On behalf of the Columbia Chamber, we are super excited to be back in the Northeast. As you mentioned, I am Ann Thompson. I am the chair for the Northeast Connection. I live in the Northeast, 10 minutes away. I'm also a realtor in this area, and I've been a chamber partner for about 10 years. And I know you absolutely get out of it what you put into it. I serve on the Diplomat Committee and on the Small Business Advisory Council. It has been a couple of years since we have met here, and I don't know if y'all know, but since then, there's been about 50 new businesses that have opened up just in the Northeast. So it's a great time to be getting together, figuring out what those businesses are, how we can support each other, all those good things. We have the announcement of Scout Voters coming, which everybody's excited about. The Lexington Medical Center their new facility. So growth in the community is what brought R2I2 to the village of Sandhill, and what will bring the new Performing Arts Center, and will provide services for both students and the community. We're very appreciative to R2I2 for hosting us. I'm glad we have this great space to be in today. I love it when we have business and education that can come together. And Mission Maria and Shelley and the district fully fulfill daily. So we would like to invite Ms. Nancy Gregory, Interim District Superintendent for District 2. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me this morning. Good morning. I'm Nancy Gregory. I have the pleasure of serving as the interim superintendent for Richland 2, and I've been a member of this organization at one time when I was a principal at a school. It's been several years, I know, since you've been together, and we're so happy that you are able to come together in this beautiful facility. And we want you to know that we value your partnerships and how important you are to us. And I love what you said about business and education working together, because that's what it's all about. I know Shelley gets tired of me using this quote, but I quote Rabbi frequently who talked about one family, one community. And again, we're so happy to have you here. I do want to tell you a little bit about this facility, and then I want to introduce Maria to you. This facility is very unusual, and I want you to know that it was built with money that was left over from a bond referendum. So it didn't cost any additional funding or taxpayer dollars. And it is very unusual in its design. Where you are is a conference center. The conference center is used for all kinds of events, whether it's by our district office for professional learning, the State Department, vendors that pay to come in, or actually the space is used for weddings and other events, because we do rent it out after hours. In addition to this beautiful conference center, we have the district office has moved here and occupies part of this building. There's a school called the Richland 2 Institute of Innovation that occupies the part of the building that's right across from it. So we actually have students in this building daily, which is a great thing. And we also have something unusual with business and education. We have the Richland Library here. The village at Sandhill Library moved here, and they've been great partners. So it's a very unusual use of space, but it has been great. So if you're interested in more about this space, Maria will be available to do that. And I'm going to introduce you. Maria is in the back waving her hand. Maria Owens is our Director of Strategic Partnerships. And again, we're so happy to host you today. I'm glad to have you face to face and see so many faces that we recognize. And again, I want you to know how much we value your partnership. So have a great meeting this morning.
So again, we want to thank Shelley and Maria for hosting us and the warm welcome we've all had in this facility. It is now my pleasure to introduce one of my most favorite people. He is a grand champion for small and large business. Ron Harvey is a distinguished member of the local community. He serves on the board of the Columbia Chamber and the Small Business Advisory Council, and is an author and president of Global Core Strategies and Consulting. His resume is in the QR code on your agenda, which everybody should have in front of them. I know you will be motivated and inspired by Ron as he shared 6 critical steps for building stronger business relationships and leads the group into a networking exercise. So welcome, Ron.
Good morning. Good morning. We do that again. Good morning. This small business, you gotta wake up ready because nobody's gonna hand it to us. So you gotta come ready to make money, do business. Business is about doing what? Making money. So if you have a hard time talking about money, we probably need to have a one-on-one conversation. So business is really about making money so we can keep our community thriving and striving to do great things. And it does take money for our communities to work. And so Ron Harvey, for those of you that don't know me, my wife and I started a company about 10 years. This year will be 10 years. We're gonna have a big celebration in October for our company for 10 years. That's a round of applause. 10 years. Surviving COVID, like the rest of us, COVID was tough. Had its fair share of challenges, but because Ann said president, I work for Linda Harvey, which is my wife. So I want to correct that. So in case you're recording this, Linda is the CEO of Strategy and Consulting. And I got bumped over to being business development chief operating officer. And I am not complaining about it. Use your talent where you need to use it. And I don't mind saying that because my wife was really, really good at running organizations when it comes to structure and business policies and finances. I just say, as long as my credit card works, we good. Everything else, leave me alone and let me do what I do best. So good morning and thank you for joining us. Let's see if I can pull this out of here. And I'll move around. So before we get started, have you spoken to everybody at your table? Everybody? Who can name everybody at the table right now? By name. Now, if there's only 2 of you, and you go around to people, it does not count. You gotta have at least 4 people at your table to be able to say that you can name who they are. If you're the only one there, it doesn't count. I'm gonna give you a prize and some of y'all cheated, so we're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna use our time wisely. If it feels like I'm gonna go faster today, I am. Because I want to maximize the use of our time. Thank you for coming out. I've been in this business when I first started our company. It was just my wife and I. We had no idea how to run the business, to be transparent. And for the first 3 years, we didn't take revenue out of our business. We paid our staff, but we didn't take anything. And so when you get into this business, you got to be in it to win it. And we've grown to a place where people appreciate us showing up. But I want you to really remember something as I go through. If I say something that you like, that's going to help you grow your business, I want you to use it. Is that fair? Yeah. If I show you something that's going to help you grow your business, I want you to use it. Is that fair? There's only one rule that I say to that. If you use it the first time, I want you to say, hey, I got this from Ron Harvey. Let's try this out real quick. If you use it the first time, say what? Nobody in this room should forget my name now. Everybody got my name down. Often as a speaker, people remember what you said but forget your name. Yeah, I know some of y'all are like, yeah, I've been places like, okay. Got to say something. And you know, y'all went to church and sometimes the pastor says stuff in church and you forget everything, but you remember the song. I want to make sure you remember the name. And the second part, if you use it the second time, I want you to say, I got it from this guy. You can drop the name, you got it from this guy. The third time you use it, you're brilliant, it's yours. Is that fair? The reason I did that when I first started our business, people got caught up in intellectual property and people stealing it. People are going to do what people do. And I didn't want to waste that much of my time worrying about what you steal from me. So I make you honest and say, use it. I'm cool with it. I'm on the John Maxwell team. Anybody follow John Maxwell? Use the stuff. And I've learned that from him is it's okay if it's that good that you can use it, that's a compliment. First time to say you got it from me, second time is God, third time is yours. I promise you I'm not sending out anybody to look for you until you copyright it or plagiarize it or steal it. I hope you make money with it. Is that fair? I actually want you to make money. If I give you something to make money, go make money. And that's how the community has to work. So I'm gonna show you a video as we get started. And I just want you to listen to watch the video. And then I'm gonna go through really quick 6 points of how do you do business successfully? How do you do it successfully? And that's the goal.
Everything starts with a connection. And that connection can be between many things. Between people, the environment, and between technologies, between everything is a connection that affects our lives. The important part is having confidence in each connection and trusting that it will be there when it matters most. That's why we make it our job to connect you with the right solution. With high quality, original products built to last, our innovative designs have been inspired by you. This didn't happen overnight. For over 60 years, we have been building connections that matter with our partners, with our communities, and with each other. And it's these connections that have made us who we are today. A company steeped in tradition, inspired to innovate, and driven to excel. Every day is a chance to make an impact, a chance to connect with the world around us. That's why we are determined to do business the right way and be there for you every step, so you can connect with confidence.
What did you get out of that? What did it start with? Gotta have a connection. Who has an iPhone 14, 15, or whatever that new version is? Who has that phone? I know somebody got the updated phone. They're like y'all have a real. Ty Westbrook, go ahead and stand up for me. She's a part of our, this is our senior trainer, and what I learned in my business, as your business grows, you gotta hire people. You're not good enough to get to excellence by yourself. Ty is our senior trainer, so anything you see us putting together, or you see people in front of people, this is who does it for us. So if you're gonna grow your business, you're gonna hire people that you can count on, depend on, and trust. So Ty's our senior trainer. I already know she has the iPhone 14, so I want to use her for this example. Somebody else got an iPhone 14. Come on. Bring your phone with you now. Awesome. All right, who wants to take a picture? I need one person to take a picture. Who wants to take a picture? I want you to take it with me though, but we're going to use this one for promoting and marketing. This is business. Everything I do today will be about business. So who wants to take a picture that we're going to put on social media? Come on. Who else? One more person. Come on. This is promote that we were at a small business conference, and this is what we were doing. Get in the fun of it. See now, like y'all want to make money. All right, so really quick, I'm gonna show you what we mean by connection. And I want you to pay attention to it, because we come to these events and you say, how does the organization work? How do we get the connections? How do we make money? What we just did in real time. Don't sit down, don't wait, get moving, make it work, make it happen. Don't be afraid, take some risks. So Rusty has an iPhone 14. Great, I want you to put it on airplane mode. I want you to turn off all your Wi-Fi. I'm gonna teach you something every single time that I stand in front of you. That's my promise. I'm gonna give you everything today, but I'll give you something you can use today. Airplane mode, and all y'all that fly, you know they tell you to do that so you can't use your phone on the plane. We want to keep us safe so we can travel safely. You good, Rusty? Airplane mode, no Wi-Fi. We're gonna keep it out. So now I'm gonna give you my email address. You can save it as a contact. So my emails are, as in Ron, last name Harvey, Harvey, at G as in goat, C as in cat, S as in Sam, GCS.consulting with the ING. So rharvey@gcs.consulting. And if you're in this room, if you want my email address, I just gave it to you. Somebody said like, hey, y'all want to figure out how to reach me, send me an email. I'm old school. If you text me, I'm probably gonna respond later. If you send me an email, I'm probably gonna respond a lot quicker, at least somebody on our team will. I have a 15-year-old, she'll text me and I'll take her phone. I'm like, I'm paying the phone bill and you texting me. You good? Okay. This is all a lesson I want you to learn from connections. So as he's putting it in rharvey.gcs.consulting, I'm having to do an activity so you see how quick and how important it is to have a connection. So while he's doing that, I want you to introduce yourself at your table real quick. Make sure everybody knows your name. Just do it quick. Don't tell them about your business, don't do your elevator pitch. Just tell them your name and who you are.
I know, I just I'm like, that is the energy of it. It's just going up.
Y'all get y'all 10 second introduction at the table. Good. And that's what you do every time you come into a room. Go talk to somebody that doesn't know you, that you don't know. So here's what I have Rusty do for us. So Rusty has my email address, is that correct? He does have, I checked it, and it's all right. But I want him to email that to me, but he cannot turn Wi-Fi on, and he cannot take it off airplane mode. Where to send it to?
Send you your own contact.
I want you to send that picture to me that you just took of all of us, but you can't turn anything back on. No Wi-Fi, no airplane mode. It has to stay on airplane mode. Say that again. AirDrop it, you can't turn anything on. All this Wi-Fi is off. You can't turn anything on. What are you saying? Go ahead, say it loud. You give the microphone. It won't work.
I'm Andrea Fripp with Movement Mortgage. There's no Wi-Fi.
There's no
Connection. I'm sorry.
There is no connection. And you cannot transfer anything or make any money or do anything in this community if you don't have a connection with the people you need a connection with. I don't care how smart you are, I don't care how great your product or your quality is, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a connection with what you're trying to get done, it fails. So when you show up at these events, I want you to make sure, so you turn the airplane mode back on, turn it on, put your Wi-Fi back on and make sure you get that picture and give Rusty a round of applause. The best phone, iPhone 14, does everything you can do, but the minute you don't have a connection, that phone becomes what? A paperweight. Don't show up in this room as a paperweight. Don't show up in anywhere that you go as a paperweight. Make sure you build connections with people and don't go talk to just the people you know. Most of us go where we're comfortable because they already know us. That's cool. That's nice, but that's not what I do. Very rarely, if y'all know me, have you ever seen me eat at an event? How many people follow me? Have you ever seen me eat at an event? I don't come for the food. I don't come for the coffee. I don't come for the wine. I don't come for the cheese. I come to make money to buy all the other stuff. So when I show up, my wife will tell you, he's gonna slack before you get there, he's gonna slack when you leave. But he's gonna work the room while he's there. I want you to work every room that you go into. Is that fair? Work the room. So let's launch some strategies real quick. So I'm gonna have Q&A for you. So I'm gonna share 6 strategies with you. You can take a picture of it. You can do whatever you want once you see it. They're totally fine. So you don't have to hide them and sneak. Take it, enjoy it, love it, use it, make money. The first strategy, I want you to make sure your SEO is good. If you're gonna have a website, your goal is to make sure that when people look up what they're trying to find, they find you. They find you. Now I will tell you, my website, people validate us on my website. People don't go to my website to introduce themselves to us. Once they meet me, they go check me out. But I've never gotten business from them going to my website first. They validate who I am once they say, hey, this guy sounds pretty good. They know what they're talking about, then they go check us out. So if you're gonna have a website, make sure it's updated. And please, I know some of y'all are gonna go against it, so you don't have to say everything I say here is accurate for everybody. Some of y'all are not website experts. Pay somebody to do it to look the way you need it to look. If you're gonna run a business, you got to invest in it. How many got a business coach? Man, when I first started my company, I was out in Arizona, and this lady was phenomenal. She was really good. And she's like, you ought to join my business, my program as an entrepreneur, learn how to be better at it. I said, that sounds really, really good. I said, what's your cost? They $19,000. Look at you first. $19,000. That's a good cost. You want me to put it in, and I was spoiled because I'm a veteran. And the military does a great job of training us, but they did a job of making me be very, very dependent on someone paying for everything I got. So it was good for that. I didn't know how to invest in myself. I really struggled. She said $19,000. I had to call my wife. You know what she said to me? I mean, that was indecent. Oh, I said, well, do you know how to do it? I said, no. You know somebody else like it? No. I said, okay. She didn't say anything. She just said, okay, I called her back the next day. So what'd you do? Oh, yeah, nothing. She said, write that check and be quiet. You know, as a good husband, I said, what? Okay. If y'all don't live in the Harvey, because I'm talking about everyone I know, I just said, okay, honey. Now, there used to be a phrase, happy wife, happy life. I'm going to change that.
Happy spouse, happy house.
Yes! Men want to be happy. Everybody wants to be happy. And I tell you, my wife does that a phenomenal job. So she told me to write the check, I wrote the check, and I've still been working at that company for years. So I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna be successful, you're gonna have to pay for something to make you better. Fair? Round of applause, you got to pay for something to make you better. You can't get paid if you want to invest in you. You got to pay for something. So look at your website, make sure wherever you want it to be seen that you have access and people can find you and see you. I had to learn that the hard way. I was trying to bootleg it. What this does is gives you visibility. Visibility gives you accessibility. Real loud, visibility gives you what? If you're not visible, I don't give you access. You have to be visible. Don't show up invisible. Please be visible everywhere that you go. I'm not telling you to be arrogant or cocky, but I'm telling you not to be invisible. And don't walk around with that frown on your face. How many veterans in the room? Thank you all for your service. They teach us not to smile, right? Yes, they teach us to walk around. You think I'm calling, you want to get promoted, you're like, you were told not to smile. If you smile, you're gonna get promoted. I had to learn to smile like I did before. I'm taking photos like this, like, I want you to change. I want you to be what you need to be successful. Don't you be the thing that's stopping your business from growing. I mean, you can have fun. Don't take yourself so serious because you're really not that important. Is that fair? Don't take yourself so serious. Like, have fun, relax, and enjoy it. The next thing I want to talk about, when you talk about this is our job to make sure this is right. Now, someone can do it for you, but you better check it. Someone can do it for you, but you need to do what? Make sure that it's right. And empower them to do it. As I talked to my good friend Heather, and she has a daughter here now who, she's finally working in the company because the job she used to have didn't have windows. I said, good, now you work for your family. I'm glad that job didn't have any windows. Because now she's in the company, but I say use her energy. She's young, she sees the difference. I'm a 15-year-old that can do things on the computer I can't even do. Don't want to do it. I'll let that little 15-year-old do it. Now, secretly, don't y'all tell her. We're paying her, but she don't know it yet. Yeah, that's a part of y'all don't know tax laws. You can actually pay your kids to work in your business a certain percentage every year. I just don't tell her until she gets over it. So if you have the bank account, didn't pay. How much a year? 12? That's free. Get a good CPA on the bank on your side so you know how to save some money. The kid don't pay taxes and you're not paying taxes. Who can't use a tax break of $12,000? And you got some kids, you better get it. Don't y'all tell them how you do it to your mind. Next time I'm talk to you about is build authentic what? Real authentic. Everything can't be about what you need. Build a relationship and the business will come. Build a relationship and the business will come. If every time you show up, you begging me for something, or asking me for something, or trying to get something, eventually I'm going to avoid you. Right. People don't say it, but it's real. Build the relationship and the business will come. People will say your names in rooms that you're not even in. Your goal is for someone else to have a microphone saying your name. Like Heather just got a promotion. Free advertising. Free advertising. So do great enough where they say something. By the way, Heather, can I share?
Hey.
Oh my goodness. Now, I'm African American, y'all know that. Y'all can see that, that's plain today. And Heather came up, she said, close your eyes. I said, no, you can feel it right now. You close my eyes. Let's be crazy, that's feeling right. They tell you to close your eyes, be careful. Well, they can't close my eyes, you know you the last one to lay people down. No. I closed when I played along, and then she handed me this. Oh yeah, I got it. Oh yeah. Like you gave my brother a casket. You know, we kind of we talk our feeling, but it's a good marketing thing that captures my attention really quick. I was like, that's pretty cool. I didn't think that's what you're gonna put on my head, but it's what captures the attention of people. Don't be afraid to take risks. She says, I need real feedback. So this is what she gave, marketing and advertising. What do you have that's gonna set you apart from the crowd? I want you to make sure you do that really, really well. Build authentic relationships. Who knows you that will talk about your business? Here's what I want you to also do really well. Most of us don't help people understand what our business is. We do horrible at it. That elevator pitch, I don't use it. Right or wrong, I just don't use it. If you ask me what we do, I'll tell you the 3 problems we solve. Because people buy solutions, they don't buy your business. Is that fair? Real loud, people buy what? Solutions. And if what you got you love so much, but it's not solving a problem, you're gonna be the only one in love with it. People buy what? Solutions. So when you speak about your business, talk about solution, not about how much you love what you got unless you're paying yourself. Talk about what you solve. I'm standing in front of you because I know we need to build business here. I'm doing this presentation because I'm helping do a solution. We gotta fix the small business community in the Northeast. We gotta make more money. This community is getting ready to really grow. You look at what's happening in Blackwood, you look what they're doing out here. There is business here, we just gotta do it the right way. And we gotta stop hoping someone come and rescue us. We got it, we just gotta work better together. There's a lot of smart people in this room. We got it. We just gotta believe we got it. And don't be afraid to tell people what you are. The next thing I want to talk about is attend local events. Here's my family. We out there, it's real cold, you can tell. I'm from Florida originally, so we out there doing, what's this event? Anybody know? Breast cancer awareness, Segra Park. We go out there every year. We donate to it. We help to do everything we can to make sure that we take care of that, because I've lost members to breast cancer. That's important to me. Every female in my family, from my grandmother down, has fought cancer. Every single one. You don't think it's important to me? Absolutely. So when hospitals ask me to do it, I'm gonna do it. What's important to you besides your business? Yes. Find out what's important to the people that are looking at Laura a lot more. Been talking to her for years. The only reason I'm doing any work in Lexington Medical right now is because of her. Been talking to her for years. Just stay patient. Some of y'all get mad because you don't get it the first day. Talk for years, right? What am I doing now?
Got coaching, several different engagements with us, and it's amazing.
Just be patient.
I talk about you pretty much every day.
And I talk about them every day too. We got a partnership. I use the word what? Partnership. I don't look at it as a client because that's transactional. I don't need another transactional relationship. I want to have a relationship that I take care of her and she takes care of us. So when I send her an invoice, she's like, what are you talking about? People lost their minds and they want us to tell us when to pay. And I say, you tell us what we need to do, we'll do, we'll be there. So build really good authentic relationships. Go to local events, come to things like this. If you're gonna do it, how many people are not a part of the chamber? This is not a pitch for the chamber. How many people are really not a part of this chamber? No shame. I will tell you to join. It is the most powerful organization in any city. Any city. They know all the politicians, they know all the businesses, they know all the laws, they know everything about taxes, they know all the people in school. If you want to know somebody that knows everybody in the city, the chamber does. Now you got to figure out how to make it work for you. But when I first joined, I didn't. When I first joined, it's Carl left yet. They called me, when I first showed up, Carl said, yeah, Ron, I need your help changing the chamber. It's old, pale, and stale. Those were his words, not mine. I said, okay. What do you want me to do? He said, I need to diversify it. And he was absolutely right. He needed to diversify it. I said, I'm on board. Here's what I did get from my African American community. Well, tell us how to work out for you. They challenged everything that I was doing. And I said, I'm gonna stay in there and I'm gonna figure it out. And I started doing it. Now I don't have a problem because I'm a diverse guy. That's who I am. So if you ever come around and you want to just make it all one race and one gender, I'm not gonna join. I promise you I'm not. Because that's not who I am. I served the country for 21 years for everybody to have a fair chance. Now I'm not gonna join any organization that's just about one particular demographic of our society. I'm never gonna do it. I don't believe in it. So I want you to make sure you don't get caught in there. Don't box yourself in. Everybody got money, they can help your business grow. I don't care what color, what gender, your sexual orientation, your religion, your zip code, your education, I don't care. Be who you are so I can be who I am. Is that fair? So I need our community that we're gonna make money and stop boxing us in. Next thing I want to talk about number 4. Offer some incentives. What are you offering to people? Like I'm giving you stuff right now that I charge you. Offer something to people that they can use to make money and they'll find you so they can make more money. The same lady I told you I gave $19,000. I'm her business coach now. She's running a multi-million-dollar business. If I ain't got stingy, didn't pay her $19,000, I wouldn't be coaching her. Kelly knows we said, he said, I need to get in your program because I need to become a $1 I said, you know how to reach me? It's not all about money. At least that's what they used to tell me before I had money. Ron, it ain't all about money. I said, let me get it first and I'll tell you. Stop telling me because you got it that it ain't all about. You know, last time I checked, everything cost something. So I need to be able to make sure my kids can take care of themselves and my grandkids can be fine. I need to make money so I can close the wealth gap. I need to close the wealth gap. And that's what I'm gonna do. We'll talk about number 5, I'm gonna go next. Sponsor something. How many of y'all sponsor anything? And it doesn't take a lot of money to sponsor. $5 help. $100 will help. Find something that someone will put your logo or your brand or your picture on something they're doing that's bigger than you. I got an award for sponsoring and becoming more of a philanthropist. And I got that thing. What year did I get up there? We just got a philanthropist report for the city. And I'll tell you, after they put that out there, I got more phone calls in a little bit. Like, oh, he gave away money. My wife looked at our taxes this year, she said, you know, we gave away more money than our parents made this year. I said, honey, that feels really good. That I can give away money to make a difference in this community. So sponsor something. Is that fair? You want to make sure that people know you care more than about your business. Sponsor something that's not about your business. Help somebody else be great and do something that's important to them. Sponsor something. The number 6, advertise in local media. Find a way. How many of y'all saw the billboards when we had them up in the city? There's never been and I didn't even know. I mean, that cost us $15,000 to run that program. Someone called me, man, we see you in the middle of the football game. How'd you do that? I said, I paid for it. And it showed up in the middle of NFL games all over the country, and people were calling us. Say, how did you do that? I said, I paid for it. I need you to put yourself in front of people more than just your own zip code. Here's the lesson I learned. When I first started our business, I was doing business all over the US. We're back to doing it now, but we weren't doing anything in Colombia. I shut our business down for an entire year from travel. I said, until we are known in our community, we will not get back on the airplane. Because I felt it was a disservice to our city. And we shut down travel for a year. And now I'll tell you, we're covering 37 states again. That's a round of applause. In Colombia, we're traveling from 37 states where we're business right now. In a year and a half, we have made an $18 billion impact helping small businesses make money. Only because of relationship. It has nothing to do with I'm better than you. I'm not better than you, I promise you I'm not. I'm not smarter than you, I promise you I'm not. I'm just going to outwork you. That's all I do. I am not smart. Stuff you see, I wish I could create it. I pay people to help me look great. Don't get caught up with what you don't know. Just work your butt off to get there. Is that fair? All right, so I'm gonna take a question. Well, I'm not gonna take a question yet. I need y'all to do some work. Everybody look on the center of the table. There's some little 3x5 cards I got on the center of your table. So we're gonna do some work real quick. You should have these on the center of your table. Make sure everybody get one. Here's our activity. I'm gonna have you moving, so get ready to move. We're gonna have about 6 minutes to do this. Y'all ready? So at the top of your card, I want you to write your name, and I want you to write an immediate need that you have. What's something you need in your company right now? Give us an immediate need. Awesome. There should be plenty on the center of the table so everybody will be printing them out for you. If you need more, let us know. Awesome. So here's what I want us to do. I have a whistle. So here's going to be the cue. You're going to have to move around this room, and you're going to hand your card to someone. Those are people you don't know. You can move all around the room. And I want you to get next to someone, and we're going to rotate and do a speed networking. When it's time for you to rotate, you're only going to have a minute. So don't try to do an elevator pitch. Don't try to tell them about your family. Don't tell them about your weekend. That's not what we're here about. We'll talk about that at the baseball game. We'll talk about that as they finish up this Final Four stuff. In here, I want you to just go and say, I need this, and you know somebody that can help. That's all this is about. Fair enough? I want you to get answers to what you need right now. Need some more cards? Yes. Let me find some tables. Here we go. Anybody got extra cards on your table? Thank you, thank you. Make sure everybody has them. Anybody else? You got more? Here's another one. All right, y'all ready? So go ahead and stand up and get ready to start moving. I'm gonna get you started. Try to keep it at 1 minute. And go ahead and move around. And all you write down, you is your name, your email, or your phone number. When you meet somebody, tell what you need. You got 1 minute. Go ahead and start wrapping it up. Out of respect for time, you can go ahead and make it back to your tables for us. I know y'all have a good conversation. Yeah, it'll work out. If you can make it back to your tables for us. Awesome. Also, come on back to your tables. These conversations don't need to stop, at least after this meeting. If you go ahead and make it back to your table so we can respect the time. You didn't know you were gonna get a workout today, right? Awesome. How many people thought that was useful? The one thing I want to make sure is that you come to any event that is worth your time. It's worth your investment. It's worth you showing up and getting dressed and driving to do that. And everywhere that you go, it should be worth you being able to show up to get something out of it. What questions do you have? We have about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Anybody want to ask a question? I'll answer. I'm totally transparent. What do you want to ask me? Anybody want to ask a question about anything I shared this morning? No questions? Going once? Yeah. I'm gonna give you the microphone. Correct question.
Yes, sir. When you just started, when you canceled going on airplanes, you stayed in Columbia, what was your primary strategy to engage the local businesses?
Yes. To figure out where I can make a difference, to figure out where people are hurting in the community that we have a solution to. And you'll be amazed how many businesses in this community that you don't even know you drive by every day that you haven't even talked to. Because we're worried about the AT&T, or we're worried about Colonial, we're worried about the bigger BMWs, we're worried about all these bigger companies. You miss so many people that can use your business. So I had to get real focused on who can use my business other than the big corporations and what problems can we solve. I care more about the community. Next question. That one here for you real quick. Go ahead. Down in the back.
The advertising, and I don't want to be picture having Steve during the football game, but would you say that there was a good ROI on that?
Yeah, people pay attention to the, I'll tell you, the audio actually like the video. And what I mean by that is people pay attention to video a lot more than they read. You got a little bit lazy on reading, and that's not a bad good thing, it's just a thing. So if you want to make sure people are following you, make sure you put in pictures out there. I don't care about what you're eating, stop putting little pictures out there. I care less about what's on your list. It's going to be innovative and creative to help you with something. I care less about you standing at the beach, like, yeah, be something. Like, give us something that I'm interested in that's going to make me say, hey, is that what you're doing? Drop a nugget. Give something away that you normally wouldn't charge for. Like, I charge what I'm doing today, I charge for this. I absolutely charge for this. But I've been giving the chamber every single year since I've been in the chamber. I've been giving my services. Giving my services. You don't have to give something away to get something. Next question. Yes, sir.
So we all have low points in our businesses. Can you tell us a little bit about when you felt like you reached a low point and how you dealt with that to pull yourself back out?
Absolutely, I can. I lost a 6-figure contract because we didn't do right. We hadn't delivered like we should have delivered, and we lost the contract. And we had to sit back and realize that we didn't do and deliver like we should have delivered. And I had to own that as a company because I got people that work for me that were dependent on that money. And so I had to sit back and say, okay, what didn't we do? And have that real conversation. We never actually got that particular client back. Still a good relationship, but they taught me how to not take it for granted anymore. Sometimes we take people for granted and we don't deliver like we should deliver. So I learned not to take people for granted anymore. It was important, but I kept like, you see this and you got it and you run it along. Well, we're good. No, you better take care of who's in front of you. Never take anybody that you're in a partnership with for granted. Is that fair? And I say in a partnership, so that's your personal life too. Your significant other, don't take it for granted. When they started our business, Linda was not in the business. A year later, she came into the business. And I said, why don't you be the CEO? Don't take people for granted, you'll lose money. Last question. Yes, sir.
Knowing what you know now from all the experience you had in your business, and you had started over today, what would be the most important thing you do to get that business going?
I would change anything I've gone through, to be honest, because those lessons that I failed at taught me how not to fail again. So I'm careful not to adjust anything that taught me a lesson. I wouldn't change anything. Now, I will tell you one thing I would do differently. I was hired quicker and fired quicker. And I learned not to hire family. I hired my niece because my niece needed the job, not because she had a skill set. And I ended up having to let my niece go because she couldn't get it done and she was disruptive on our team. And I had to call her up and it wasn't very, matter of fact, she hasn't spoken to me since. That's a risk I had to take. I had to call my brother up and say, yeah, man, she ain't working. He's probably still got it. It's project not so long. I'm going to teach you a thing. She was disruptive. She was leveraging the fact that she was a Harvey versus she was an employee. And I picked up the phone and said, baby girl, this ain't working. Well, I'm gonna, hey, no, I'm gonna give you 2 months of severance pay. The day your last day, send me all that stuff back. I hope you still love me after this, but this is business. I'll see you at the reunion the day your last day. So those are things that you gotta make as a business decision. Some of us want to do things with everybody that we like that don't actually help our business. If you're in our company, you gotta work. And if you don't work, you gotta find someone else to play. It's just business. If people think I'm mean, I'm just like, it is what it is. I like to have fun, but it ain't funny when you mess with our money. Just not gonna do it. I got too many responsibilities. Yes, sir, Jamie. Yeah, so when I walk in the organization, you won't even give an elevator pitch. I'll say, we get 3 calls. Here are the top 3 reasons why companies call us. They call us in organizations where turnover is high. They call us in organizations where leaders don't trust their people or people don't trust their leaders. And they call us in organizations where they're silos. If you got any one of those 3 problems, you probably want to talk to us. How long did it take them? How many people don't have high turnover right now? Who's dealing with high turnover right now in your organization? There's at least 6 hands in here that can use our business right now. Who's having a problem with their silos in the workplace? Look how many hands are going up, they can use our business right now. Who's having a problem where there's no trust in the organization? There you go. So I'm talking about things that are real. Those are problems that exist. That's what I do. I don't do elevator pitches. So I have 2 questions, Susan, real quick. Then we get into Susan. I'm going to say 2 people, any 2, that come up first. I won't tell you what you're going to do until you come up. Any 2. So yes, so here's the thing. If you're going to run business, you're going to do this, take a risk. I'm not going to embarrass you, you know that, right? But everybody's going to get to hear who they are now and listen to what they say, which gave them a free commercial. Man, don't come to these rooms, sit down. They ask for a volunteer to do what? Man, jump out to the seat and go be a volunteer. Everybody in the room's going to get to see you. So just tell us who you are and tell us what the thing you learned here today that's going to help you.
My name is Kathy. My name is Kathy. I work with the South Carolina Music Authority. One thing that I learned was making sure that I create authentic relationships.
Awesome. Give a round of applause.
Morning, everybody. My name is Trey Mosley. Yes, I'm with the funeral home. I learned to not sit down and just be quiet, get up and socialize with people. You got to know who you're dealing with to be able to better help them.
And so what they're getting is a couple things. They get a nice journal. Who likes journals? Yeah, we do, right? Those that are on technology do use their phone, but I'm giving them a journal, but I'm also super smart. But guess what's on the front of them? Advertising, global point. They're gonna remember wherever they go when people see it. And where's Steve? Steve, what you tell me when I came in? Why are you wearing a hat? Then your parents teach you not to wear a hat. I said they sure did, but this is Barbie. Don't wear it today. Yes, I know wear a hat indoors. And that doesn't mean it's right or wrong. I just was taught not to, but it's marked after. Every time you get a chance, you only got 30 seconds to let me know something that's going to help you. Give them a round of applause, thank y'all. And that's over to the secretary. Thank you.
I'll hold that line. Talking to it at all. All right, so we want to thank Ron for all of this. Who learned something today? We all feel inspired and like we've learned something and we're gonna go out and make some money now, right? It's my pleasure to call Flora Lot More from Lexington Medical Center. It's great to have them as a Pace Setter sponsor. They're truly great examples of active involvement in the chamber. We appreciate that.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, so Ron is right. He and I met not too long ago, but I was instantly inspired by him and have made him my friend ever since. He's actually inspired me to get back to school, which is something I thought I would never do. So again, we're a lot more here at Lexington Medical Center. We are very proud to be a part of this community. We've actually been a part of this community for quite some time. We've had practices here. But as most of you know, everybody thinks we have a hospital here in Northeast. It's not a hospital, it is a community medical center. We don't send people upstairs unless you're going for a practice appointment. However, we do have ambulatory surgery, imaging, we've got urgent care, we've got everything we can do to take care of you guys. For us, again, as Ron said earlier, it's about partnerships, it's about connections. We're here to take care of our friends and family. So we live in this community as well, and we want to continue to take care of you. I'll just introduce really quick my two cohorts that are with me today. They work out in our Northeast facility and beyond. Stacey Weaver, who's the director of the Northeast. And then Maurice Wilson, who's our director of outpatient imaging. Again, we're just grateful to be able to be a part of this, and thank you for having us. Thank you.
Okay, I also want to take a minute to welcome Michael Yarborough. He is here with TD Bank, and TD Bank is our business, our sponsored business champion, or small business champion, I'm sorry. They have sponsored 5 small businesses to join the chamber. And I'm out of pages.
Pages.
I'm out of pages. That's where it ends.
Okay, so my turn.
So it's your turn.
That's what I do, right? It didn't start when we want, right? No, thank you. Yeah. So thank you, Ann, thank you, Ron, and thank you to all of y'all for being here today. I'm Susan McPherson. I do work with the Columbia Chamber in Public Policy, Small Business, Military Affairs, and the Military Apprenticeship Program. So I can't tell you, I told our team members that this is the result of great teamwork. So thank you all for coming out and being a part of this. We are truly encouraged, and I am just giddy for all of y'all being here. Can't wait for the next one. This might make us bring more activities out here. Heather's shaking her head. So thank you, Northeast, for welcoming us back today. I did want to take just a minute to say we have so many opportunities. One of our former chairmen for this council said, chamber membership is like a gym membership. If you don't use it, it won't benefit you. The same thing that Ron's been saying. So I want to tell you about some of the great opportunities we have for you to use your chamber membership so that you'll come out and be actively engaged and take that opportunity to make connections like Ron was talking about. If you look on the back side of your agenda today, take this home with you. It's got a great QR code and it has all of our wonderful media productions for us. So look at the QR code when you get back. It'll take you to the chamber website. You can take a look at all of our programs there, from Leadership Columbia to Military Outreach, Small Business, our breakfast briefings. Every one of those programs are designed with you, our partners, in mind, and your potential partners. Because what we want to do is make sure that as a business, we give you opportunities, tips, tidbits to continue learning, growing, connecting, and reaching out. That's what it's all about. Your success is what makes us successful, and that's what we want to do, because we know we can't do it without y'all. So we are also, I want to point out to you too, we have a couple of big events coming up. Our golf tournament is sold out. We're so tickled about that. It's going to be a beautiful day out in Fort Jackson. So we got a great day there. Anybody here go to Power and Heels last week? Okay, thank you. Next year, y'all pay attention. Power and Heels is an awesome event for networking with all of our ladies. Zach got to come because he was the bartender. Yay, Zach. Right. And Zach is also a great example of a chamber diplomat. And diplomats are people who come to work. Amy works with that program. We have others who work with it from the chamber. And the diplomats go out and they call on businesses like y'all. And they say, what can we do to help you? What can we do to introduce you to other people? How can we be a better chamber to you? So thank you, Zach, and to all of our diplomats. Any other diplomats in the room? Okay, yeah, great. Thank y'all all. We appreciate that. Yeah, keep tasting this village. So I wanted to also tell you that May is Small Business Month. We have some great opportunities and we're working with the City of Columbia and Richland County. So we're going to be recognizing small businesses. We're going to introduce the TD Bank small business partners who are going to be coming on. The April small business meeting is going to be down at Fireflies. So that's the same group down at the Fireflies. We got about 100 more people that are joining you too. And at that panel, I'd love for you to come. We're going to have people from the Small Business Development Center, from the City of Columbia, from the Office of Business Opportunity, We are gonna bring the IRS in to give you a little bit of tidbits as a small business. Here are the things that you need to watch out for, and then here are resources to go and get loans and get grants and get all those things to help make you more successful. So watch out on the chamber calendar of events. We put all of that out there for you and have it good and ready. And then we also want to tell you too that we say it all the time. We can't do it without y'all. I want to give a big shout out to Maria Owens for welcoming us to Richland School District 2. I tell you what, Shelley has put out a spread. Shelley and the team, thank you, Shelley, for doing all of this. That from last week, they turned it into magic, the music, everything, and y'all, it's just been a great event. I said she set the bar really high, so we appreciate that. And then Maria, if y'all are looking for opportunities to participate and engage and build a new partnership, Maria is the one to talk to with School District 2. They have a very right, and so, and speaking of that, thank you to Starbucks for providing the coffee today. And I'll tell you what, if you ever want to have a business that supports the community, they are a great example of how to network. From school events to chamber events to the military, oh my gosh, the USO couldn't work without Starbucks. So great community partner, we appreciate that. So thank you to everyone. Also wanted to do a quick shout out to Donald from FSI for being here. Thank you, Donald, for your tremendous support. And then just also, if you're a chamber partner, thank you. If you're not a chamber partner, Amy, Naomi, Hillary, Anna, any of us can get you information that you want. Chamber team, raise your hand. I want everybody to know who you are. So if you need anything else, this is the team that makes Pearl shine. So thank you, everybody, for that. We appreciate that. And then in closing, I just want to say, please, please come out and participate. As you can see, great people. You're meeting people. It's a lot of fun. We try to keep the energy going up. Ron is our best champion and cheerleader for all things good. He builds the enthusiasm. He keeps us motivated. And I learn from him, and I love having a good time cutting up with him. So that's great. And then I want to close. One time at a meeting here, I heard a comment. I think it's really a great one because it's out of school and because this is what y'all do. And the comment was, some people add, some people subtract, some people multiply. And to each of you in the room, you are the multipliers that make this community go. So thank you so much for everything that you do, not only here, but in the community, in your churches, everywhere you go. Continue to be an ambassador for good. Thank you. Have a lovely day. I hope you have refreshments back to the back. We can see y'all back in the